Good morning, dear cadets. We are surrounded by lot many matter and materials. So it's our duty to understand about the matters. In class 9, there is a chapter matter in our surrounding. In this part 1 of class, we will try to understand some elementary portions like universe, what is matter, particle theory, and GPM. Its full form is general properties of matter. Means we will understand in this GPM some normal properties of matter. If you take physics in graduation, then GPM you have to learn lot of chapters will be covered under this. Let's try to understand what is universe. Basically everything whatever the existence is comes under the universe. It's so big that we can't make our assumptions or imaginations also. The approximately diameter of our universe is 10 billions light year. You know light year? One light year means the distance that light can travel in 1 year. Light cover in 1 second about 3 lakhs kilometer. So you can assume the distance is really huge. And the second important point is our this universe expanding since last 13 billion years. It is also huge. So for this last 13 billions year our universe continue expansion by some experiment like redshift help us to understand this expansion theory of universe. What is this billions? You may have doubts. Billion means 10 to the power 9, or you can say about 100 crores. Clear? Good. Now try to understand what are the materials by which our this beautiful universe constructed or forms. Mainly three parts are there. First is normal matter like atom, molecules. Clear? In normal matter cover all the physical existence like star, planet, plants, dust, rocks, you, we, animals, everything. Whatever the objects have some mass, they will come under this normal matter. Second one is dark matter. Hardly it will take 25% of the total existence. Clear? This second category is really interesting because it does not react or make interaction with none of light and the objects. Clear? So this dark matter is also quite interesting. In higher class, brief description will be there on this dark matter and dark energy. Third one is dark energy. About 72% of our total existence is dark energy. Clear? The most mysterious things about this dark energy is that we cannot touch it, we cannot feel it, even we cannot detect it. Clear? So the real experiments with dark energy is quite impossible. So we cannot touch it also, taste it also. Then the question came how we come to know about dark energy? Yes, there is a study with spectrum called red shift. From that spectrum study we come to know is such type of energy is there and that actually dominates in our universe. So everything whatever we can feel is made by matter. Next one doubt came what is this matter? Simply everything and anything that have some particular amount of mass and some amount of volume is called matter. Okay, so mass and volume, if something have anything or everything, that will be known as the matter. Now there are some old concepts of matter. People from Greek, even old people from India, have different concept regarding this matter. You may familiar with the term or with the name Aristotle. Yes, a famous scientist. According to Aristotle, his belief was little bit different. He was thinking, and lot many scientists in his age also was believing that matter is made by fire, air, and can you guess? Yes, water. So these are the basic elements of matter, and by all these things, everything is constructed and created. This type of theory was valid above for about 2000 years. Can you believe? Yes, 2000 years people is believing that type of theory. Everything made by fire, air or water. But slowly the progression of science opened so many new windows, so many lot of things discover, and finally we came to the conclusion, no, actually everything is made by atom and molecules. Okay, so now we know that matter is made by atom or molecule, everything and anything. The basic part is atom. Again, in atoms, there are three basic elements. We will discuss all this construction of atom in details in our third and fourth chapter. So the three basic elements are respectively electrons that have some negative charge. The charge is minus 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. Proton having some positive charge, and neutron that is neutral, actually means zero charge. Okay. So particle theory of matter means matter is made up of particle. So there is, that's why this type of theory is called particle theory of matter. Very easy. First point is all the matter, whatever is possible, matter or material is made by particles. So some properties, first properties we learn, it is made by particles. Okay, this particle may be atom or molecules based on it is element or molecules. Okay, second is particle, if are of same substance it will be identical, if it is of different substance it will be different. All the particles of matter have some motion. Clear? Without motion particle can't exist. Temperature affects this particle movement. If temperature is more, movement of particle will also be more. This relation is V proportional to root over of T. Clear? And next is the all the particles are joined by some attractive force with each other, and the space is there. Next, try to understand some physical nature of matter with some activity. Okay, let's start with our first activity. The first activity is we will try to understand, yes, the particle are really very small. For this understanding, we will take our sample KMnO4. The name of the sample, the chemical is potassium permanganate. Okay, KMnO4. Let's take one or two crystal of potassium permanganate in a spoon. Okay, now add this in 100 ml of water. So very small amount of crystal potassium permanganate I have taken, but we will experience the entire solution color become violet. From that solution I taken hardly 1 spoon of again solution and mixed to next 100 ml water. Again it will be a red type of violet but less intense. If we do The same thing with the next beaker that contain 100 ml, again to the next beaker that contain 100 ml. Will slowly observe colors become little less intense. It helps us to understand कि one or two crystals of potassium permanganate can color so many 100 ml of water bottles. It means particle of crystals, whatever particle size are so small, and actually in one or two crystal lot many particles was there. Clear? Next important property is particles of matter are continuously moving, whether it is solid, liquid or gas. Movement will be there. Later we will learn movement is of three types: translational, rotational and vibrational. Movement will be there. This movement contribute energy that is known as the kinetic energy. The expression is half mv square. Clear? So the movement of particle contribute one type of particular energy, kinetic energy. And because of this kinetic energy, temperature may also rise. Clear? So this type of movement is more in solid and less in gas. Next activity is, yes, we will try to understand particles are really continuously moving. For that, you can take a little bit ink, whatever available to you. So let's take some ink and drop on a glass of water. What you will experience, within some seconds the entire glass will get the color of ink. Why? Here one technique we will or you will mention, that is diffusion. Means ink color actually spread all over the glass. This particular property is known as the diffusion. It proportional with temperature. Clear? Next is particle of matter have space between them. Space is there, whether it is solid, liquid or gas. Some particular amount of space will be there in all materials. Yes, in solid, the space between two interparticles, it may be atom, it may be molecules, is minimum, very less. In liquid, the gap is satisfactory, and in the gas, the gap between two particles is enough. Okay, so thank you. In the next class we will discuss evaporations